Viewers, now I am going to discuss on a disease which is not given that importance, though the disease is to some extent important in Canadian population, and the disease is known as infectious canine hepatitis. In short, we call ICH, infectious canine hepatitis. And this disease is caused by virus, mostly adenovirus 1 and adenovirus 2, right? That means adenovirus is the root cause of the disease, and dog of all age groups may suffer. There is high rise of temperature, vomition and diarrhea. More or less all the diseases are more or less in the same pattern. Animal may show intense thirst and the buccal mucous membrane may turn red. And if you look at the tonsil may be enlarged, and in the skin some hemorrhagic spots may be seen. In the skin, in the abdominal skin, some hemorrhagic spots may be observed. And sometimes conjunctivitis may also occur. And there will be constant watery discharge from the eyes. Right? So here, if you differentiate between the distemper, parvo, corona, in those cases, you do not get any signs of ocular signs, any changes in the eye. But here, in these cases, ocular discharge, photophobia, conjunctivitis, and finally corneal opacity may come. What happens, I tell you, if there is constant watery discharge for a long period of time, the conjunctivitis will turn into keratitis. Right? So that's why we used to say that the dog should not be allowed to lacrimate for a long period of time. If it is allowed to lacrimate for a long period of time, there is chance of keratitis. That means opacity of the cornea. It's very important. And in this disease, we rampant see these changes. At the same time, buccal mucous membrane become red, which you will not find in case of distemper or parvo or corona. These are the differences. So, if you want to diagnose such cases, so one has to go for history immunization, clinical accounts, which I have already told you. Then it may also affect the liver also to some extent. That's why we call ICH, infectious canine hepatitis. So liver function test has to be done. And very important thing is this: if you make histopathological test, you will find intranuclear inclusion bodies. I tell you, if you make histopathological examination in case of distemper, you will get intracytoplasmic inclusion bodies. Intracytoplasmic inclusion bodies. And in case of ICH, you are getting internuclear inclusion bodies. This is the difference. If you have got the facilities of laboratory facilities where histopathological examination can be done, in case of distemper, you will get intracytoplasmic inclusion bodies, but here you get internucleus internally. This will differentiate. This will help your differentiation of both the diseases. Otherwise, many symptoms are same. Right? In this way, we can, to some extent, have an idea about ICH. Of course, the ICH incidence is less rather than parvovirus and canine distemper. If you want to treat, there is no specific treatment, symptomatic treatment with antibiotic, fluid therapy, fluid and electrolyte is the treatment, sometimes whole blood transfusion, liver tonic, liver protection. These are important in case of infectious canine hepatitis. So far the prophylaxis is concerned or prevention is concerned, one can go for biosecurity and hygienic measures as I have told you in case of other diseases. Similar will be the measures in case of adenovirus infection also. And finally, we can protect the dog with the help of vaccine, right? Infectious canine hepatitis vaccine. But so, if you want to protect, you protect with the help of combined vaccine, because separate vaccine is not available. This is all about the fatal viral diseases in dog. Here, my suggestion would be, you go for vaccine with proper care and taking into consideration the health status of the animal. So vaccine and vaccine is the answer of all these fatal viral diseases like coronavirus in human being. Thank you.
যদি আপনাদের আমাদের এই চ্যানেলটি ভালো লাগে তাহলে সাবস্ক্রাইব করুন এবং শেয়ার করুন।